talk to us a little bit about the game and the tough loss and what it felt like out there playing a tough game with Mercer?
Yeah, well, they're a good team. You know, they've accomplished a lot with this group of guys that they have right now, and their expectations are to win. And I think they maintained that expectation for more of the 40 minutes than we did, and that's ultimately, I think, why we ended up on the short end.
Talk about the guys out there battling, getting close and getting within one, and then just not being able to get over that hump.
Well, I do think our guys played hard. I think our guys tried, to do what we're asking them to do, which is always the first place to start. So I was pleased with their effort. This is a tough team to prepare for, a tough team to guard, a tough team to score against, and so we knew it was going to be a grind. And despite some difficulties along the way, I felt like, our guys stayed the course a little bit and gave us a chance. It would have been better to finish it off a little bit, but just didn't happen. And the thing you have to remember is it's not going to happen for a lot of teams that come in here. That's not to make it okay. It's just the reality of playing a good team on their floor.
Talk about the team's defense tonight. The team you said is very hard to do a game plan against, and what Stetson was able to do on defense.
Well, what we were pleased with was that against teams like this that have a lot of sets and a lot of actions that you've prepared for and guarded in practice and so forth, it's real easy to be reactive and reactionary to what they're trying to do. You're trying to figure out what they're running. That causes you to get back on your heels and lose some intensity. But I thought we kept our focus and our effort in the midst of also trying to understand and recognize plays that were coming and defend them appropriately. We didn't get it all right, but effort makes up for a lot of mistakes, and so we saw fewer of them tonight.
And then on the other side of the ball, tough to score against, but a couple of guys stepping up and making their shots early, Joel and Aaron. Talk about those guys.
Well, it's great to see those guys together, have a nice game, and make some shots. I don't even know what their final numbers were, but they made their first one. They played with much more confidence, shot it with much more confidence, which we have to have if we're going to be any good at all offensively. We know that we're going to throw it to Adam, but we also need to make shots, and those guys have struggled. And so hopefully the monkey's off their back a little bit. They're still going to miss plenty down, along the next 17 conference games, but they need to just keep shooting it like they're going to make it, because they will often enough.
One of the things that might have held the team back were the turnovers again, not handling the ball
Yeah.
very well. 16, 17 turnovers. Talk about what you have to do to better that.
What I'm disappointed with the most with turnovers is our timidity. We've got guys that are, passing scared, catching it scared, handling it scared. And I don't mean that's a conscious thing, where they're literally frightened, but they're just not playing with a lot of purpose and playing with poise under pressure, which you have to do. And that responsibility obviously falls on the point guard the most, but it's really a collective effort, and we just got to get better at that. We're going to see pressure all year long. We've got to get better at handling the ball.
Going into next game against Kennesaw, talk about what you're planning to see in that game.
Well, I expect it to be a close game, because that's the way you have to look at every conference game. Home, road, good team, bad team, records, you throw it all out. We talked about it before this game. You're going to play a high number of games in conference that go down to the last media timeout. And so if we walk in there expecting anything less than a great game and a battle all the way down to the end, then we're shortchanging ourselves. But we're going to win. We're going in there to win. It won't be easy, but we shouldn't walk in there with any other expectation.